He keeps an eye on me at all times. The mole's well protected.
I've got the non-magical medicines
A
your
map.
body needs. Fully authorized and licensed. No sorcery. My table's always open, day and night. Oh, hello. I didn't see you. I used to sell all sorts of magical merchandise. But those days are over, even here in Old Town. That sort of thing can get you shipped out to the re-education camps. I used to sell all sorts of magical merchandise. But those days are over, even here in Old Town. That sort of... Oh, next time, maybe. Exotic oils, foreign herbs, soothing salves, ointments...
The boy, it's like looking into a mirror, and a generation. The boy will need a better name when he grows up.
There may be magicals.
If I'm quiet, their eyes glide off me, and I remain invisible to them. An Earhardian veil can be very effective. These men are getting tired of their posting here. We've been in Mercuria for a decade. Many of the foot soldiers don't see the point in staying, and wish to return to their families. If I'm quiet, their eyes glide off me, and I remain invisible to them. An Earhardian veil can be very effective.
Good day. I deal in something everyone can appreciate. Reliability. I am quite possibly the only purveyor of
Wrapped in a crunchy
the trouble with
bag.
Arcadia is proper measurements on your... I sell...
You look like the sort of man who'd appreciate a savoury sandwich. Meat, veggies, spread. On flatbreads, yeast. Tell your friends.
Hey there. You don't look like my usual
Mercurius
customers.
foremost.
Tell your friends. Tasty morsels.
The Magicals keep their heads high despite the Azadi threat. It's a testament to their resilience. It's hard to shake the feeling that it's wrong for magicals to be walking around freely, and I'll have to get used to it. I'm fighting, but there aren't a lot of stalls open here. Maybe because it's late. Maybe business is slower these days.
There are laws against
Or maybe
those
the
sorts
other
of things
vendors have
now.
been arrested.
I used to sell all sorts of magical merchandise. Sorry you couldn't find what you were looking for. Exotic oils, foreign herbs, soothing soaps.
The boy reminds me a lot of myself at that age. Orphaned. It's like looking into... The boy will need a better name when he grows... The boy reminds me a lot of myself at that age. Orphaned. A street urchin living hand to mouth. Eager to get into all kinds of trouble. These men are getting tired of their posting here. While my veil is active, they cannot recognize me. Not unless I want them to, or I act carelessly.
If you're a ghost, just leave me be.
There are more steam machines than ever, and we still have no idea what they're for. They're connected to the pipes, and they appear to be linked to the tower.
Easy.
Goddess, save us. You're playing with your life, boy.
I don't need a goddess to save me. I'm very good at climbing. How did you escape the keep?
What? I didn't... How do you know about that?
Oh, everyone knows
Liko
the
mentioned that there's a plan in place to learn more about the tubes and the machines
even a
and to
puppet show
sabotage the
about
network.
it.
Shadow take me. And why do you think I'm that Azadi?
Mysterious apostle guy escapes the keep. Mysterious Azadi joins the resistance a few days later. I may only be 10 years old, and I may have purple skin, but I'm nobody's fool.
Clearly. What else do you know about me?
Not much. You were wounded by Azadi bullets, you almost died. You killed the warden of Friar's Keep. People like that part in particular. He was a meanie. You're working with the resistance. This is it. This is where they have their meetings and speeches and stuff.
Are you sure?
Positive. Sometimes I listen in. They talk about magicals and about how we've ruined the world and taken everything from them. It makes me sad listening to that. I didn't know magicals were so bad. No wonder humans hate us.
We don't... Look, boy. Bip. Those people are not good people. You have done nothing wrong. You can't help the way you look or the color of your skin. How and where you've been born doesn't make you a bad person or less of a person. It just makes you you. It's what you do with your life that matters. Now, scram, get out of here. Go back and be careful.
But...
You promised. No arguments.
Fine, fine.
What?
A tip would be appreciated. In recognition of all my hard work.
You're really something. Here. Now run back, you little thief. A map of the southernmost parts of Mercuria. There aren't a lot of people out at night, even though the streets appear to be safe. People still keep their heads down around Azadi military. It's a good thing the streets are as empty as they are. Makes my assignment There aren't a lot of people out at night. Even people still keep their heads down around Azadi military. It's a good thing the streets are as empty as they are. Makes my assignment easier. That might be Arne Stont's young widow. That might be Arne Stont's young widow. Pardon me, mistress. I'm looking for the Stott widow.
I'm Gertie Stoned. Who are you?
I knew your husband. He was a brave man.
Knew him? How did you know him?
We met in Friar's Keep, mistress. On the night of his death. He saved my life. In return, I granted him death.
You granted... You killed my husband.
He was dying. They would have tortured him had they found him alive. He asked me to visit you, to tell you that he loves you.
Oh, don't talk to me of love. He helped you survive. You held my husband's life in your hands. And you killed him? You are despicable. Leave, before I call the City Watch on you.
There aren't a lot of people out at night, even though the streets appear to be safe. The construction of the tube network appears to be picking up pace. There are wagon loads of metal pipes everywhere, and the laborers work into the night. They're perfectly engineered and sturdy. No expense has been spared in forging these pipes.
The Azadi aren't too strict about curfew anymore, but you shouldn't push your luck. Your face looks so familiar. Have I seen it somewhere before? Maybe on a poster?
The pipe... I'm sure we'll learn more about those tubes soon enough. Right now, we have other concerns. People still keep their heads down around Azadi military. They must fear the worst. That's the boy I'm supposed to intercept.
There may be magicals.
I'm losing him. I must get closer. A runner passing messages between checkpoints. There are eyes everywhere. I can't risk it. A runner passing messages between checkpoints.
Do you have any messages for me, Dar?
There's this letter. It's important. Keep it safe and make it quick.
I'll see that it's delivered, Dar.
That's the boy I'm supposed to intercept.
What do you want?
There are eyes everywhere. I can't risk it. A runner passing messages between checkpoints. That's the boy I'm supposed to intercept.
Can I help you with anything?
There are eyes everywhere. I can't risk it.
Are you following me? Start
A
following
runner
me.
passing messages between checkpoints.
Let's see. Which way is it again? So hard to see anything in this light. Right, left. Left's right. Left.
Balance! Are you a ghost? Where in shadows
The
now?
sign reads, Earthrin's Ascent.
Don't you know there's a curfew on? We should both of us be indoors.
This place was used by the Resistance. They now gather at the Rooster and Kitten. The Journeyman Inn was closed down when we arrested the innkeeper, Ben Rime Selmin. Arne Stont's widow. She wants nothing to do with me.
What are you doing out so late? Don't let the guards see you. They might place you under arrest. In fact...
It says Watcher's Court.
After my shift's over,
Hey, who goes there? Must have been the wind.
It's a good thing the streets are as empty as they are. Makes my assignment easier.
next week I get a...
If you're a ghost, just leave me be.
There aren't a lot of people out at night, even though the streets appear to be safe.
I hear we're getting visitors from Sadir soon. I wonder who it could be. Or maybe the General's returning.
Go on, you may pass. Always be vigilant, citizen.
After my ship.
If you're a ghost, just leave me be.
They've brought in the very best engineers, builders and metalworkers from Azadir to help create these machines and the tube network. We need to find out why. There are more steam machines than ever, and we still have no idea what they're for. They're connected to the pipes, and they appear to be linked to the tower. But why? People still keep their heads down. It's a good thing the streets are as empty as they are. Makes my assignment easier. Alvik doesn't have the most sophisticated or upscale clientele, and I'm sure he's happy about that.
Welcome to the Rooster and Kitten, my good man. Now, you may want to wait with your order until your friends arrive.
I should be getting home. Just
At
one
least they're not a raucous or unruly lot. Alvik keeps them in check.
me get started, and then I'll head home.
Alvik doesn't have the most sophisticated or upscale clientele, and I'm sure he's happy about that.
The witch and the vicar had 6 shots of liquor and presently went for a walk. Come on, said the clergy, a man has his urges, but the witch only wanted to talk.
At least they're not a raucous or unruly lot. Alvik keeps them in check.
What's the matter? She says. What's the matter, Michelle? What a laugh. Like I don't see there's a man with a bloody spear behind them.
There are mostly labourers and dock workers in this bar. It's the perfect cover for the resistance.
The Azadi. They come here, they steal our women, take our jobs, eat our food, use
Alvik
our...
doesn't have the most sophisticated or upscale clientele, and I'm sure he's happy about that. There aren't a lot of people out at night, even though the streets appear to be safe. People still keep their heads down around Azadi military. They must fear the worst. The pipes are manufactured both locally and in Azadir, and they bring them in by the boatload. They must require thousands of them to cover the city. A map of the southernmost parts of Mercuria.
After my shift's over,
The shadows are alive. I don't like this post.
While my veil is active, they cannot recognize me. Not unless I want them to, or I act carelessly. A map of the southernmost parts of Mercuria. He's not doing a very good job of being inconspicuous, but maybe that's the idea. He keeps an eye on me at all times. The mole's well protected.
I hear nothing from men. Thing most likely not done.
You're right, it's not. I wanted to ask you something.
So ask, not waste time.
Hard to believe that such a little thing can command dozens of men. Whenever she mentions she's a magical. Hard to believe. Whenever she mentions my people, there's hatred and the Azadi soldiers. They attacked your village?
In brightest day, they come and we scurry. Human, but never like. We scurry into Azadi so children. The Azadi, I stumble when I wait all big.
I can't remember her exact... I can't remember. What was it you wanted me...
Is Azadi thick-skulled, so intelligent thought is same as before. Find runner, trap runner in quiet place, take letter, then we speak of arming. Clear?
I must leave.
Good. Moon moving. Night only has so many hours. Sandwiches! I've got tasty sandwiches!
After my shift's over, I think I'll head down to that cheap tavern by the harbour. Oh, what's it called again?
Shadow's name? You came out of nowhere. You shouldn't be out here.
The pipes are manufactured both locally and in Azadir, and they bring them in by the boatload. They must require thousands of them to cover the city. There are more steam machines than ever, and we still have no idea what they're for. They're connected to the pipes, and they appear to be linked to the tower. But why? Liko mentioned that there's a plan in place to learn more about the tubes and the machines and to sabotage the network, but not today. What if I'm quiet? Their eyes glide off me, and I remain invisible to them. An Irhadian veil can be very effective.
Next week, I get to leave Marcuria for the first time in months. Goddess, I can't wait. I'm so sick of this shit.
These men are getting tired of their posting here. We've been in Marcuria for a decade. While my veil is active, if I'm quiet, their eyes glide off me, and I remain invisible to them. These men are getting tired of their posting here. We've been in Marcuria. While my veil is active, they cannot recognize me. Not unless I want them to, or I act carelessly. I'll need to find a way to get past that goon. Greetings, brother.
What? Who's there? Gods damn it. You gave me a right scare, mate. Where in the Seven Hills did you come from?
The shadows. Step aside, I'm late for the assembly.
Right, of course. Blood and land, brother.
We'll keep this simple. The obvious answer to blood and land is... The important thing is not what I say, but how I say it. I must appear forceful. I'm not going to just keep guessing. So we'll keep this simple. The obvious answer... Blood and land.
Yeah, all right. Wait, that's my line. What's the passphrase?
Blood and...
You don't belong here. This is a private gathering.
You people ought to be ashamed of yourselves. How dare you put this muck on my door? Just because I'm human, don't mean I'm interested in your speciesist propaganda. I've lived next door to Dolmari most of my life, and they've never once done me or mine any harm. Here's what I think of your so-called humanist rally. And your Honor Hilarist can go fuck himself. He's a traitor. You all are. When the Azadi finally pack up and leave, we will remember what you've done. Be sure of that.
It's been torn into 3 pieces. Honor and... what? There's a word missing. I'm sure we'll learn more about those tubes soon enough. Right now, we have other concerns. If I'm quiet, their eyes glide off me, and I remain invisible to them. An Irhadian veil can be very effective.
It's disgusting what's going on in there. Them bad-mouthing magicals like they're the problem. The magicals have always lived here. It's the Azadi who've upset the balance of things.
You ought to be more careful speaking ill of the Azadi. The walls have ears.
Oh, what are they going to do? Ship me off to one of their re-education camps? I'd like to see them try.
They might throw you in Friar's Keep.
They wouldn't dare. They respect women, that lot. At least they've got that going for them, unlike those National Front traitors in there. Mark my word. The moment the Azadi leave, the Resistance will hunt down every last one of them and string them up on the city walls.
Excuse me.
Balance! Where did you come from, eh? I didn't even see ya. What do you want? I don't want no trouble.
That piece of paper you tore. Do you have the other half?
What piece of... The National Front flyer? Why? Who are you?
Someone who's on your side.
Well, I dunno. You sound Azadi to me. What do you want that flyer for?
Long story. I need it to find a traitor. A traitor to the rebel cause.
Oh, right. Well, if it means getting back at that National Front filth, then by all means. Take it. And Balance bless you for standing up to those bastards.
Honor and humanity. It's the slogan used by the National Front. That must be the passphrase I need to get into the meeting. Step aside, brother.
Gods! You snuck up on me. Blood and land.
Blood, land, honor and humanity. Honor and humanity.
Faith and family, brother. Go on through, mate. The meeting's already begun. If you haven't seen Mr. Illyris speak before, you're in for a proper treat. That man is an example to us all.
Brothers, sisters, cousins, brave, humble human folk. Welcome to this meeting of the National Front for Faith and Family. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you for coming here tonight. Thank you. Thank you for the generosity of your time. Thank you for braving these ill-lit occult courts in your tireless search for truth. Yes. Oh, yes. Despite the selfless work of our benefactors, the enemy lurks out there, in the shadows. Look about. Look. Fear them, the enemy. For they are close. They are...
I'm too far away to get a real sense of that person.
I smell them. Do you not smell them?
I'm too far away to get a real sense of that person. I'm too far away to get a real...
Filth. It warms my heart.
He must be wearing leather undergarments.
Standing up for
They
what's
make an unpleasant
good
creaking
and
noise.
fair. Glory, cousins. Glory be upon you. In the light of
His
the
left arm
goddess.
keeps twitching.
Yes.
He appears to have some sort of
I spoke
muscular
recently
dysfunction.
with our benefactors. I spoke to them
Her
about
clothes
that
smell strongly of tar and
immigrant,
smoke.
the
She must be a factory worker.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I'm too far
I spoke
away to get a
them.
real
I
sense
said,
of that. There's nothing
"Listen to
unusual
these
about that
humble,
person.
brave folk, your cousins.
There's nothing
Humans
unusual about that
brought to
person.
their knees by the magical.
Nothing in particular
Driven
stands
to
out.
bankruptcy, to moral corruption.
I'm too far away to get a real
Simple,
sense of that. There's
uncomplicated
nothing
men and
unusual about
women
that person.
Led astray by the devilish,
He reeks of tobacco.
demonic,
An Azadir
magical,
variant, unless my nose deceives me.
necromancer. I said
Hanny
to
used
them,
to
I
smoke
said,
this. Her
"We
posture is
need
odd.
to make a stand.
It's almost like she's tilting.
Now! We need
He
to
smells
rally
of lavender oil.
behind our benefactors.
Maybe he's a physician.
Behind our own.
I'm too far away to get a real
And I
sense of
said
that.
to them,
Nothing
I
in
said,
particular stands out.
What you need, what they need, what we
I'm too far away to
need,
get a real sense of...
someone to stand up and speak their
Oh, there's-
human cause.
That man has a
The true
potent odour.
Mercurian.
He can't have changed his clothes
Someone
or taken
not
a bath in
afraid of
months.
the magical and his foreign tongues.
Nothing
Yes.
in particular stands
Yes.
out.
You know me.
She's humming to
You know
herself.
me. You know.
It's a tune I
seek
recognise.
No fame or
A
fortune.
sweet lullaby.
I seek only truth. No. No. The light of the goddess is about acceptance, not disapproval. She smiles upon all good humans. Our common enemy is the filthy immigrant, the necromancer.
Honor
Human
Hilaris.
The magical. That's what
He
this
leads
is
this
all about.
national front for
It's
faith
about
and family.
fighting the magical infestation. It's not about which.
Who's there?
Where have you been? Where have you been?
At a national front meeting, identifying your turncoat.
It takes a traitor to find a traitor. Think you can point him out for us?
I can.
Go on then, before we lose him.
Exotic oils, foreign herbs, soothing salves, ointments.
Tired of procuring a cure and then spending additional point to procure another cure?
Of course, it's possible to place her. I used to sell all sorts of magical merchandise. Sorry you couldn't find what you were looking for. Exotic
The
oils,
Magicals keep their heads high despite the Azadi. It's hard to shake the feeling that it's wrong for Magicals to be walking around freely. But I'll have to get used to it. I'm fighting for them now. His skin appears red and blistered. Perhaps he spent too much time in the sun. He smells faintly of camphor, or the pine forests of the north. Maybe lavender oil.
Something tied you over before tea. Midnight snack.
Tell your friends.
Early breakfast.
Cured Elgin meat.
I sell fully authorized and licensed. No filtering.
Unlike the competition, I get
His breathing is heavy and wet.
you won't grow feathers on your back.
Nibbles, scrub, tasty morsels.
That man, was he at the National Front Assembly? He smells of tobacco. I'm not familiar with the scent. It's probably a Northlands weed.
I've got the non-magical medicines your body
He smells
needs.
faintly of
Fully
camphor,
authorized and
or the
licensed.
pine forests
No
of the north.
sorcery.
Maybe lavender oil.
Are you lost? There are city maps everywhere. My table's always open, day and night.
He looks somewhat familiar. I'm putting him down as a suspect. His breathing is heavy and wet.
Tasty morsels.
Amy,
Tell your friends. Something tied
I'm
you over
certain
before
I've seen
tea.
that man somewhere before.
Midnight snack. Early breakfast.
He smells of tobacco. I'm not familiar with the scent. It's probably a Northland. He smells faintly of camphor, or the pine forests of the north.
I've got tasty
Maybe lavender
sandwiches.
oil.
Easy, pal. Nibbles, scrub, tasty morsels. What's happening? Help! Help!
from across the Northlands, from far away as a deer.
To your exact orders.
Sure you don't want a nice lump of pickled cows, kid?
You do know that you're in the magic.
Nope. Oh, next time, maybe. I've got the non-magical medicines your
Unlike
body
the competition, I guarantee your hair will...
Something tied you over before? I have several stood. Tell your friends.
These men are getting tired of their posting here. We've been in Mercuria for a decade. Many of the foot soldiers don't see the point in staying and wish to return to their families. The rooster and kitten. Alvik doesn't have the most sophisticated or upscale clientele.
You may want to wait for the rest
I'm
of
sure
your
he's
party
happy
before
about
you
that.
order. I'm sure you're a busy man tonight. Why don't you come back a bit later? After all, I'm sure you have much to do.
That must be the publican. Alvik, I think his name was.
By Charles' amputated left arm, you really are as dim as a dayfly. Your friends aren't here yet. Come back later. You may want to wait for the rest of your party before you order. I'm sure you're a busy man tonight.
At least they're not a raucous or unruly lot. Alvik keeps them in check.
The matter, mate?
There are mostly labourers and dock. Alvik doesn't have the most sophisticated or upscale clientele, and I'm sure he's happy about that. There aren't a lot of people out at night, even though the streets appear to be safe.
Heavens! Are you a ghost? Where?
Are you lost? There are city maps.
People still keep their heads down around us. It's a good thing the streets are as empty as they are. Makes my assignment easier. There aren't a lot of people still keep their heads down around Azadi military. They must fear the worst. Honor Hilaris. He leads this national... Honor Hilaris. He leads this national front for faith and family. The Journeyman Inn was closed down when we arrested the innkeeper, Ben Rime Selmin. It's a good thing there aren't a lot of people out at night. If I'm quiet, their eyes glide off me, and I remain invisible to them. An Irhadian veil can be... Arn Stont's widow. She hates me for her husband's death. I can't blame her.
After my shift's over, I think I'll head down to that cheap tavern by the harbour. Oh, what's it called again?
People still keep their heads down. It's a good thing the streets are as empty as they are. Makes my assignment easier. There aren't a lot of people out at night, even though the streets appear to be safe. There aren't a lot of... It's a good thing the streets are as empty as they are. Makes my assignment easier. They've brought in the very best engineers, builders and metalworkers from Azadir to help create these machines and the tube network. We need to find out why. These men are getting tired of their posting here. We've been in Mercury. The construction of the tube network appears. The pipes are manufactured both low. While my veil is active, they cannot recognize me. Not unless I want them to, or if I'm... These men are getting tired of their posting here. We've been in Mercuria for a decade. Many of the foot soldiers don't see the point in staying and wish to return to their families.
I have 7 sturdy cheese. You don't look like my usual customers.
Sandwiches.
Keep me in
I've
mind
got
next time.
tasty sandwiches.
I beg your pardon, Master, but I don't talk to strangers, especially at
Good
night.
day. I deal in something.
Exotic oils, foreign herbs, soothing salves, ointments. Do come again. My table's always open, day and night.
What it is?
She's a magical. I can't remember her exact... Hard to believe that such a little thing... I hear you...
You hear?
But there's more to... It's an
Spoke lucky.
I can't remember. She's a Why haven't you joined...
The shepherd asked how quick to I at the end.
I can't... What was it you want...
Is same as before then.
I can't remember her exact instruction. I must leave.
Good.
You do know that you're in the magic ghetto, right?
My table's always
just that
open,
you don't-
day and night.
Sandwiches! I've got tasty sandwiches! Meat, pickled shrimp cheese, crispy
Not
nutty.
magical medicines your body needs. Fully authorized and licensed.
After my shift's over, I think I'll head down to that cheap tavern by the harbour. Oh, what's it called again?
The construction of the tube network appears to be picking up pace. There are wagon loads of metal pipes everywhere, and the laborers work into the night.
Let's see. Wait, wasn't it left, not right? Right don't sound right. But hey, signs never lie. Right it is.
There are better to tail him from a distance. I might discover something I can use to intercept him, or lead a runner passing messages between checkpoints.
This don't look right.
Goddess. What a terrible waste. Dead. Murdered. What for? The mole will need to answer for this boy's death. What a terrible waste. I would have to break the seal. No. The mole would know I'd opened it, and she might not be very happy about that. Our agreement may be forfeit. A dead runner's message, sealed with an Azadi mark. I hope this letter was worth a young man's life.
Did you hear the one about the magical and the pregnant pig? No? It's hilarious. I think it starts...
Exotic oils, foreign herbs, soothing salves.
The Azadi returned to get
The mole deceived me. She said the runner would be unharmed, and yet they killed him. I can see no reason for his murder other than vengeance and cruelty. How can I trust someone like that? I can't. There's no need to antagonize the mole. If I want her to give us weapons, I must play by her rules. No matter how deceptive. He was just a boy. He'd harmed no one. Does she hate the Azadi? There's no... I thought we had an agreement.
There was agreement. I decided to change agreement.
Why?
Dead man can tell no secret.
A dead boy.
Who would be man? Make little difference when death come. It come regardless.
It matters to me. It matters to him.
As it mattered to Banda Mother watching Banda children murdered by Azadi.
What about the rest of our agreement?
I may not honour that part of the arrangement, but I will honour most important part. Your resistance will get weapon. All the weapon I have to give. I still need some for my men. Sharpest sword, swiftest axe, strongest bow. But the rest go to your people. Not your people, Azadi. Your people rebel movement. Otherwise would be silly.
Of course. Thank you.
My men will be in touch with your women, and also men. Leave now, Azadi. It's dark and late, and I will sleep. Sleep and dream of happier day in Burrow to the north, where laughter of children fill every tunnel. Dream of friend and of family, while I mourn them all.
I must leave.
Good. Moon moving. Night only has so many hours.
He keeps an eye on me at all times. The mole's well protected.
Did you hear the one about the magical and the pregnant pig? No? It's hilarious. I think it's...
can I get you, my good man?
Goddess knows I'm not a drinking man. What does one order to blend properly in with the patrons of this filthy hive? I have little faith in the quality of the water in this place, but I can at least hold a cup and pretend to be drinking stronger stuff. I'm not here to drink, and I have no use for alcohol. It clouds the mind. I do not drink.
Well, you'll attract attention standing there without a mug. Nobody trusts a man who has no taste for beer. Here's your merry minstrel up. Your friend. He's upstairs.
Friend?
Yes, your friend. She's been waiting. You don't want to keep a woman waiting for too long.
I should be getting home. Just one more for the road. A bit of Dolmari courage to help me get started. And then I'll head home.
She must be this friend Ulvik was referring to. She does appear to be waiting for someone.
Finally. There you are. Sit. Please. I saved your seat. Sit down. You look quite ridiculous. Smile. We're old friends, remember?
I don't remember that at all. Who are you?
I'll tell you who I'm not. I'm not with the Resistance, and I'm not Azadi.
If you're not with the Resistance and you're not Azadi, who are you working for?
I'm working for me, and I can either make your life easier or a lot worse.
This must... Who in Shadow's name is this woman? I will have your name.
You will have my name. So forceful, so like a caged animal. You're a popular man, Kino Vane. Apostle. Everyone wants a piece of you. I hear there's even a bounty on your head.
I'm afraid you've left me at a disadvantage.
I'll even the battlefield. I have as many names as I have friends. And enemies. Some call me Anna.
What do you want from me, Anna?
And I like the emphasis. You're a clever boy. I want your assistance, but not right now. You're meeting someone. I'd hate to get in the way. I just wanted a chance to introduce myself, and now I have. So it's time to leave. Pick me up sometime. You can find me at this table most evenings. If not, Ulvik can pass a message. Big man behind the bar. Wears an apron with a cock, a rooster, and a kitten on it. Can't miss him. Be seeing you, friend.
Wait. How did you see through my veil?
What?
You shouldn't be able to recognize me on sight. Unless you know me intimately.
I don't know what you're talking about. Be seeing you, Alvane.
Always angry, but a good man to have by your side in a dangerous situation.
The witch and the vicar had 6 shots of liquor and presently went for a walk. Come on, said the clergy, a man has...
Who was that?
But the witch
What?
only...
Who? Where?
That woman. Who was she?
A mystery woman, huh? I don't know. I'm not a guy. I don't go looking at every woman who passes by. Nico? Did you see a mystery woman?
No.
God, you need to get out more.
Is this place safe for the two of you?
What? Oh, you mean this. The face. The fur. This is a safe place.
But Azadi drink here.
Ulvik keeps it all under control. Also, magicals are still allowed passage in the city as long as they have valid passes and carry no weapons. Visibly.
You have passes?
Sure do, but
We
it's...
shouldn't push our luck. It's time to go.
Yeah, that. Come on, Kian. You passed Nico's test. You're okay. We'll head back to HQ.
Test?
Oh, Nico?
I told you I would not trust you.
And now you do.
No. I merely distrust you a little less. But you did well. I won't yet.
That's him being real friendly, you know? Hugs! No? Yeah, me neither. Okay, we really need to go. Come on. So what did your mystery woman look like?
She had long auburn hair and light freckled skin. She dressed like a ranger.
Of course she did. Your type, huh?
I don't really have a type.
Really? I like you. I thought you'd be super cheesy.
I'm not. God. I've not had much time for women in my life.
Leapers, are you joking? How old are you? Look at you, you're gorgeous. How did that come out of my mouth?
Leapers?
Nope, just nope. You do like women though, right?
Shadow take me.
Not that there's anything wrong with, you know. In fact, I could have started with... I don't know, this just happens. It's a sickness. I open my mouth and... Blah! It's really disturbing.
Parsies, what are you doing out so late?
Drinking.
Dancing.
Just drinking.
Next time, go drinking inside the wall. Now, we don't need your kind at our bars.
No, you're absolutely right. You really don't. Goodbye.
Dancing?
Right then and there, it felt like an appropriate answer.
Don't tell me again about this test.
I expected you to run straight to your mistresses already. You may be of some use to us for a while, and I will still kill you. Nothing you can do will ever repay your debt to my family and people.
You're cheerful. Debt?
Never you mind, Zidling. This is between the Apostle and myself.
Zidling. Really? You know I'm not actually a Zidling, right, Glumbum? I'm of age and I've already been with several
Now
men.
nothing again, Zidling.
Thanks.
Where is everyone?
In bed, I guess. It is late.
He's right. It's never this empty. Something's wrong. We should hurry. We need to keep moving. We don't know how many of them there are.
Good catch, Kian. That was a good catch, wasn't it, Liko?
He survived. It was acceptable.
He's totally warming up to you.
Thank the gods of old, our boat is still here.
Ladies first. That means you guys. You guys were the ladies. It was a joke. Fine. I'll go first.
I laughed. On the inside.
You would have exploded. I don't think your body can handle laughter, Liko.
I'm glad you're all back safely. How did it go?
Kian was awesome. He even saved our lives.
I would have caught the arrow.
Yeah, I know, but Kian did, and it was awesome.
Any news of the informer?
We brought him here for questioning.
Was that wise? He knows our location now.
It won't be a problem for long.
Maybe not for you, Liko, but it is a problem for me. We don't just execute our prisoners once we're done with them. How did the rest of your mission go?
Alvani followed our instructions. He completed his task to our satisfaction. The end result was adequate.
Hey, whoa. Don't get all mushy on us now, Liko.
I'm glad to see that the three of you can work together. While you were away, we received some news. What was it?
Right you are, ma'am. As most of you know, the first of the 6 has been due to arrive in Marcuria for weeks now. Well, she's arrived. Their cloud ship docked in the tower not an hour ago, and she ain't alone.
The first is the Azadi's highest authority. Of course he won't travel alone.
Aye, there's that, but I'm not talking about bodyguards or handmaidens or the like. No, she's got some real interesting company. One General Hani alongside a Mother Utana.
What did you say?
Hami, General, Utana, Mother. Do you know them?
I do. They're with the first of the 6.
So word has it.
How do you know this? Do you have eyes inside the tower?
Not inside, no, on the ground, here and there, close enough. Some tell secrets for money or to protect their own secrets. Some are sympathetic to the magicals. And some are unhappy with Saya and her lapdog Ramon.
They're persistent still.
Word is, they're intimate.
Sister and a soldier. Capital crime.
Well, that, with Saya ruling the church and Ramon the state here in Marcuria, there's not much anyone can do.
If anyone can, it will be General Hami and Mother Utana.
You know them well, then?
You knew. You knew they were coming. And you knew my history with them. That's why you freed me from...
Finally! What news from Myria?
Liko, Shepherd, the rebuilding progresses and... Alvani, you are on your feet again.
The traitor! What's that witch doing here? They must not know who she is and what she's done. But if I tell them now she's dead, I must confront her in private. The traitor! She betrayed the resistance to save herself, and now she's come back. Don't they know who she is and what she's done? I must tell them before she... The traitor!
They're all well. Rebuilding... Apologies, Shepherd. I'm tired of my travels. I would like to retire to my quarters.
Of course. Let's speak tomorrow. That's for all of us. The hour is late. We will reconvene after breakfast.
You knew they were coming. The General and the Mother. That's why you sent Captain Bakin to Friar's Keep. That's why you freed me.
Kian.
Liko was right. You're using me. All those words about being a symbol, about being important to existence.
Does the one exclude the other? You are a symbol. You are a warrior. And now, you're a rebel. I knew they were coming. Utana and Hami. And I knew from our spies in Sardia that you were bound to them both. We saw an opportunity. And we set Barking to free you. You can see that we're desperate, Kian. Afraid, alone. Most humans have already given up, given in, become comfortable with this new world, with the Azadi. Many have forgotten about the magicals, or chosen to forget. They carry on their lives, even if we cannot. We few are all that remains of the resistance. If we lose, all is lost. Our lives, our hopes, our entire future. Lost to darkness. I would do anything to save my people. Make terrible sacrifices, tell lies, anything. Wouldn't you, Kia? So yes, you are a tool, and you are a symbol, our secret weapon, the key to our survival. It has been a long and tiring day, and there's still much I need to do. We can continue our conversation another day.
I've been expecting you. Why did you protect me in there? Why not tell them what I did?
I called her a traitor. But are we so different? It was her. I called her a traitor. It was her portal that helped me escape the keep. She healed my wounds. She knew I might expose her, and yet she saved my life. Why did you save me?
Because you were sick. Because you needed me. Because without my help, you would have died.
Knowing I might tell everyone what you did.
That made no difference. The resistance needs you. So I did my part.
You're still a traitor.
I did betray the resistance. But before you decide what to do with me, will you hear me out?
Everyone deserves to be heard. To speak.
When I gave you the location of our base and betrayed April, I thought I was sacrificing one person to save everyone else. But many died because of my actions. This has haunted me. I have questioned my motives. Did I sell her out to save the shipment of food and medicines? Without it, many would have suffered. The old, the sickly, the children. Or did I betray the resistance to save my own skin? I would have been executed by the Azadi. I truly don't know. Perhaps it was a little of both. Perhaps things are not so black and white. We can never truly know the consequences of our actions. If you keep my secret, I can continue to help. I am of real value to the resistance, despite my crimes. Turn me in, and more will suffer. But justice, for what it's worth, will be served. It's your choice to make, Alvane, not mine. What is your decision? What will you do with me?
However, she's important to resistance. Without her, they... I'll be watching you.
I promise you won't regret your decision. I will live to repent my sins and serve the resistance. I'm in your debt, Alvane. Always and forever.
You saved my life, but I may still call on you one day to do something for me.
I'll be ready.
The first is on our way.
Has she mentioned him?
I don't think so. You do know she's been army and not mother with her.
Totana, it means nothing. The general was due back in the Northlands.
What about her mother?
She's rumoured to be next in line for the seat. She wants to be involved.
She was also the bleeding heart I practically raised Alvane. She sponsored his whole education.
She could be a problem, but what can we do?
We make sure none of them know Kian is alive and we're the resistance.
Mistress, your presence here honors us.
Sister Sire, this is an impressive edifice. It appears your work here has borne fruit.
We believe so, Mistress. We welcome you to our area and the Northlands. Anything you need, let me know. Mother, I'm pleased to see you as well. To have the both here is a great honor.
Quite. The seat wants to know how the mission goes, how the Northlanders are handling the transition, and how many of them have chosen to embrace the light of the goddess.
We will speak of this, and much more. For now, we have prepared dinner for all of you. I hope you will join me.
Right. Well, I am starving. The food on those cloud ships.
General, I did not expect to see you back so soon.
Neither did I. What's this I hear about Kian?
Yes, what of the Apostle?
It pains me to inform you that Alvane died in a riot. He was detained under penalty of death until your mistress. Unfortunately, the rebels snuck their agents into the prison. They cut him down and burned his body.
Goddess guide his immortal soul to the first mountain.
With every respect to you and your seat, Mother, Alvane was a traitor. He betrayed the cause, and he...
May I remind you, sister, that the Apostle was never relieved of his title and should be addressed properly. And may I also remind you that without a proper trial and judgment by the first of the six, his so-called treason remains an accusation and nothing more. Now that he's no longer with us, you may never know the truth. But our people will not be told that the Apostle was a traitor.
Mother.
How did you say he died, Commander?
Stabbed during a riot. They burned his body, hopefully after he got out. We weren't able to retake the prison until the next morning.
I will need to see the key for myself, Commander, and interview the guards and prisoners.
Certainly. I shall make arrangements for you to visit in a couple of days.
Don't bother them. I'll go there tomorrow. You don't have to trouble yourself. I'm sure you have better things to do.
As you wish, Mia.
How is the engine progressing?
The engineers are working day and night to connect the tubes. We expect to be able to switch it on according to schedule.
Good. I have brought the final instructions from Sadir. The architect will send any remaining modifications by cloud ship. And when the Prophet returns, he will inspect the engine before we switch it on.
Have you not spoken with him?
Not for many months, but he will hear when the goddess-given task is complete. Only he will know how to bring it to life and to interpret the messages from the engine.
Of course. Please, will the two of you accompany me to the dinner table? I'm sure the kitchen is wide enough to turn cold before we are seated. General, Commander.
Until tomorrow, sister. Mother. My lady. And that will find out any of my quarters.
Of course, Mia.
Don't tell me again what happened at the keep.
Hello?
You were there. We met.